Welcome back, Kings and Queens, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Hope King, and I'm the designer behind King's Designs MD. Tonight, I am working on one of what everybody else is doing, which is the gift card money holder. So, of course, when you do something, even if you're doing what everybody else is doing, you got to put your own spin on it. So, my spin is that, I often make cards, and I wanted mine to look more like a card. So I am experimenting on what I am doing here. But I have a purse template that I found online. I cleaned up the background and uploaded it. And as you can see, it is 4.617 by 6.309. I have a square template, or rectangle basically. And I have sized that down to 2.5 by 1.25. Now, I sized this, I sized my purse template to match this template because, as everybody knows, finding the plastic piece right now to hold money is a little difficult, so a lot of people are using like the chapstick holders that you can find. So I got a chapstick holder, I measured mine out, and that's about the size of mine. Now, since I have this here, I've already centered it on my purse. I am going to slice. And so now I'm going to remove that piece. And I can discard these pieces. Now, this is going to be my purse template, and I'm trying to determine how I want to do the card. If I want to make it like this on the back side of it, or what I want to do. But my goal is to be able to have the money here and basically make the money look like it's coming out of the purse. So let's see if I can achieve that today. Okay, so I added another purse, and what I'm trying to see is how I would want my card to open. If I wanted it to open, as a standard card, like a book, I would have to add a piece in here to be able to kind of create a flat. Or I can have it open from the bottom, and that's what you see me experimenting with here. I can create this piece, add it like a score line, add a score line in there, and basically kind of have it open like that. But this side would be flipped around and upside down. I hope this makes sense to people and I'm not confusing people. But if I added that in the middle with a score line, essentially, kind of like that, with the gray part as the connector piece, it could kind of open top to bottom. So I'm kind of playing around with this to see how I want to open it, how I want it to open and close. And what I'm trying to see here is, if I were to do this, is this purse going to be exactly the same? So when my purse goes to open and close, I want it to sit evenly, basically on both sides. And I say this because sometimes when you get images from the internet or wherever you get them from, you're looking at it and it looks even, but then when you actually go to utilize it, you realize it may not be as even as you once thought it was. So that's what I'm trying to figure out over here. Alright, so I can line my pieces up. I can center them. And let me see if I can weld it, because sometimes welding will distort things. Okay, if I weld it, it's not going to allow me to print and cut it. So let's see if I attach it. Then it's going to be too big also for print and cut. If you see here, it's now 12.559. And we know print and cut, I think, doesn't go bigger than 9.75. If I were to go in and try to make it smaller, I then would have a distorted shape for my lip balm. So I'm going to take that out. And then what I'm going to decide to do is just to do it manually. So I will have this piece, and this piece. So this can be my connector piece between the two. And if I want, I can cut that down to size when it actually comes out. But that's the way I can make a two-fold card with both pieces and be able to like bend it, score it, all that good stuff. Now this piece was what was here, and I am just going to expand this out a little bit so that I can have a nice little backing behind it once it's all said and done. I don't really care about the color. I can make it print and cut, I can make it a design, whatever. Not so concerned about that part, or this part for that matter. But if you're a person that really cares about these pieces and what they look like, you can change them to black or dark gray color, and you can make them match what you're working on. So I'll change those to black, and I will also change them to print then cut. That way when my items print, it'll just print out on probably 2 sheets of cardstock. Let's see how many pieces of cardstock is actually going to take, but it'll be a couple pieces of cardstock. You'll see the 3.277 is a little bigger than this one, so you'll know which one is your connector piece and which one is your backing piece. So now I'm going to click make it and see what I get, guys, because this is an experiment. Alright, looks like I'm getting 2 pieces of cardstock, so I'm going to click continue. And I personally don't like adding the bleed, so I need to debate. I'll leave my bleed on for you guys today, but I don't like adding the bleed. So I'm printing that, and I'm listening to hear my printer print.